Hi there. I wanted to talk about the great blue heron and how this bird showed up in my life again and again. And the message it means for me, and it was pretty crazy. And anyway, so first of all, great blue heron is a symbol for uniqueness, doing your own thing, a non-traditional type of life. And at the time, I was working at a regular job as a graphic designer, and I wanted to break out on my own, do my own business, pursue art, even writing children's books, which I later did do. But at the time, I was stuck. I felt stuck in a dead end job, and I wanted to break out, but I was afraid to leave the security of the job. So what first happened is I had a dream, and in the dream, I was asleep in bed, and I felt something trying to pull at my covers, and I got up, and it was a great blue heron. And then I woke up from the dream, and I went downstairs in the kitchen to boil some water for a cup of tea, and over the sink is a great big window. And as I was pouring water in the kettle, I looked at the ground and I saw the shadow go across the ground. And when I looked up in the sky, I could see it was a great blue heron. So at the time, I was doing a lot of dreaming and dream work. I even belonged to a dream group. So I wasn't that startled, but it did kind of made me take notice and like, okay, was I dreaming or was I awake? The synchronicity was too hard to miss. So that's when I started. I was deep into learning about animal symbolism, so I knew this was coming to me as a message. So I went and looked it up, and that's basically what I found as a symbol. Now, at the time, I used Jamie Sam's Animal Medicine book and cards. That's where I basically get most of my meetings from, at least the basic. And whenever you start having a conversation with or diving into a certain kind of spirit animal that shows up, you want to learn more about it. Always get a basic message from somewhere, and then sit on your own time, spend some time, and do some meditation or journaling to get connected to the animal and learn what it has to tell you, because it can have a different message than you would expect. Because I learned that from the fox. That's another story, but that has given me a totally different message, which has reverberated throughout my life. So anyway, so the great blue heron also is great for entrepreneurs, and that's what it was basically trying to tell me what to do. So a week later, I was walking by in the woods near a lake and stream area of in town with my son, and he was a teenager back then. So we sat down on this stone bridge that was near the lake, and I happened to notice about 30 yards downstream there was a great blue heron, and it was fishing. So then my son and I kept talking, and then the bird just flew and over to us and landed about 5 feet away. And I stood up and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at this bird. It's talking to us. It's making noises with its beak. It's like, and it's just for about a minute or two, and then it just flies away. So I was at that point now convinced that there's more to life than just your 5 physical senses, and reality. That was a reality shift for me after that. And I've had other encounters like this, but that was the biggest one I ever had, where it convinced me that I need to pay attention to the messages that they're giving to me. And this is how Spirit has talked to me. And Spirit will talk to you in different ways. It'll come in through what you're comfortable with. You know, messages can come in through license plates or songs that you hear, dreams, or animal encounters, anything like that, to get you a message that you need to hear. So after that, I would see great blue heron. I would encounter it at different times. I'd be thinking about things about my work and maybe struggling, and then I would see one fly overhead. And it was a reminder to stay on my unique path, that I'm not meant to work a regular 9-to-5 job. I'm supposed to work non-traditionally, to be an entrepreneur. And it's not an easy path to take. If any of you do entrepreneurial work, you know, there's no steady income. So that's what it meant to me, this great blue heron. So to me, it's a reminder that it's okay to do things differently. If you look at the great blue heron, it stands by itself alone. It doesn't rush, it stands still, and it strikes when it sees a fish. So it is a reminder to strike when opportunities show themselves. Okay? So it was a reminder for me to follow my own path. Where in your life have you been called to trust your own path? Where are you trying to fit into someone else's idea of success? What are you being asked to do that feels more authentic to who you are? I think that's probably the most important message. Where are you being asked to do something that feels more authentic to who you are today? So if you've ever had any sightings or encounters or dreams about great blue heron, just leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your story, and take care.